Today we look at the only ships you actually need in Star Citizen to get started. Whether you just want to make money doing PvE content and exploring, or be the best damn PvP player the verse has ever seen, these are the ships you're going to need. I'll try and keep my recommendations as cheap and easily attainable as possible. Otherwise, I could always just throw an Idris on here and call it a video. We're starting off with the most daring, the ship that will change the way you think about control, whether size really matters. Of course, I'm talking about the ultimate entry-level bounty hunter and king of PvP, the Anvil Arrow. It's incredibly fast, maneuverable, cheap in-store and in-game, and if you've ever come across a good hostile arrow pilot in the wilds of the Pyro system, you'll know why I call it the best dogfighter in Star Citizen by a good mile. Sure, the F7C Hornet Mark IIs are a very close second choice, but if you're not bothered with PvP and only doing PvE, the Arrow will only get you so far. It will always be fast, safe transport that's readily available though, which brings me to the next ship, the Mirai Guardian MX. After flying the M80, Stinger and Guardian MX extensively this past month or so, I have to say the MX is the one ship I miss while flying the others. Sure, it doesn't have the speed or firepower of the M80, nor the punch of the hard-hitting Stinger, but what it does have is superior maneuverability when it's most needed. That and, of course, blast shields to give it just that extra bit of durability. All three of those options are decent for solo PvE players who like ship combat, so pick whichever suits your style best. But what if you're not a fighter at all and more of a cargo hauler / trader? Well, you're in luck because Star Citizen and CIG recently gave us both the Hull-B and new Railen almost back to back. As for which one is better, they both are. Of course, the Railen holds more cargo and certainly looks better, but it's going to be long before we see the Railen purchasable in-game with aUEC, whereas the Hull-B can't be too far away from hitting ship stores. The Hull-B just makes everything faster and easier, and the ability to control tractors at either end makes loading and unloading a breeze. The Railen does have tractors of its own too, so it really comes down to preference. With the Railen, more is more. With the MISC Hull-B, everything just feels a bit faster. Though of course it has that terrible MISC cockpit view, and with the cargo grids extracted, it's just abnormally long and out of proportion. But if that doesn't bother you, both are great money makers and miles ahead of the competition in the medium hauling class. Now here's a question. What if I wanted everything for my mercenary field adventures? I want vehicles, a medical bed for respawns, and space for when I feel like trading or looting some abandoned warehouse somewhere. Well, then we need to look towards the Drake Clipper, now purchasable with aUEC in-game, of course. While it's certainly not a fighter, what you're getting for the price you're paying here is remarkable, even though the crafting bench is not yet working at the time of this recording. What you do get is space for some cargo, a hoverbike or PTV, medical bed allowing for 2 respawns, and the biggest little interior that will make you feel right at home. Unless you hate ladders, that is. And if that's you, there's always the MISC Starlancer TAC as a much bigger, badder, and a hell of a lot tougher upgrade to the Clipper. More respawns, armor, firepower. Think about it this way. In the current patch with the armor updates, a stock hammerhead with all its laser repeaters can't make a dent in you. Then again, the same could be said for the RSI Hermes, which is another great ship to add to any fleet. But back to the TAC, it's slow, but since it gives you the ability to bring along a Fury snub fighter via the hangar, as well as 4 respawns via its 2 medical beds, and space for a vehicle, what more could you ask for? Well, except speed, that is. While the Clipper and Tac are both great space homes for someone who wants to experience it all as a mercenary, two other ships I definitely want to throw in here are the Anvil C8R Pisces and Drake Cutlass Red. Two must-have ships for anyone who likes bunker running and or find themselves dying quite a bit. These ships help with that. Right, we've talked about bounties, hauling cargo, exploration and mercenary work, but there are three more niche occupations out there that require more specific ships. There are the cheapest and there are the biggest, but which ones will be worth more to you at the end of the day? Mining is incredibly profitable, especially if you start dabbling into selling your own crafted gear and components. Now, while the Golem and Mole are both nice ships, the Prospector fitted with upgraded mining heads via crafting, combined with auger pods to increase its SU capacity, small size and ease of use is unbeatable. It's just better than the Mole, period. Especially once you start earning the bigger ships that can actually charter the Prospector around, load up extra ore pods and off you go. That's big money right there. For the salvages, we've got the Fortune, Vulture and massive aUEC credit printing Reclaimer, but there's currently a new favorite in town, and that's the Moth. Much easier to use than its mining brother and lookalike, the Mole, the Moth can salvage and scrape bigger holes than the Salvation, Fortune or Vulture. More than that, of course, you can also fracture bigger ships with those two claws at the front for easy profits. Those affiliate bugs aside seem to absolutely love it, because you can do almost anything a Reclaimer can do, but have much more versatility and maneuverability at your disposal. When refueling was introduced in patch 4.8, I decided to mine and salvage my way to a Starfarer Gemini, which seems like the best choice between it and the base variant in the current patch. In patch 4.8.2, there are no pros taking a base Starfarer over a Gemini, and many the other way around. 14 million credits and a whole lot of grinding later, I was in the refueling game, and this ship is more than what you need if easy, relaxing gameplay that pays well is what you're after. But there's a catch, and for me, personally, a bit of a deal breaker. I know refueling is still new and obviously it will improve over time, but having to wait way too long for an NPC to dock for refueling every second attempt is not for me. You see, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what ship you have, or if you only have a Nox or Mule and 5k aUEC to start with. The game gives you all the tools and opportunities to succeed, just like this channel, which you should probably subscribe to if you haven't already, since you're still here. But what I'm trying to say is it's not about what you have or what you own, it's about having fun in the verse. While these ships are all great, the only ships you actually need is anything that can get you from quest A to B, whatever that might be. And right now, your quest is to check out this video in the corner next.